Hey everyone, Lisa Finkel from Finkel Pottery on the east coast of Canada. Thanks for tuning in. I have probably my last kiln opening for a little while. I had some back-to-back kilns there because I was trying to produce a lot of stuff for some upcoming sales. So let's just dive in. First, I've only seen the top shelf, so I had done a refire because I had done my Temuku gold on the bottom of this bowl and it had come out kind of a burgundy color, and then I had added 2 more coats, but still kind of this burgundy brown, so I might have to try it one last time and really slather the glaze on it. I know Temuku likes to be thick, so this one turned out really pretty. So I have a matte turquoise that is just a studio glaze. I haven't used it in a while and I thought, oh, I should use that again because it is a really pretty color. So I dipped it in the matte turquoise, then in the recipes from John Britt's book, and then I dipped it in fire brick red, which is Amico. And then I did a thick band, well not thick, medium band of, it's called Jen's Juicy. It's called a layer glaze or a top glaze, and that's from John Britt's book, and they're designed for movement, kind of like Mako Flux is. So that turned out really pretty. It tends to have a lot of turquoise tones in it, in a lot of different glazes. So, and here's another one with the same glaze application, and then just the white inside. It's very buggy where I am right now, so if you see me swatting, that's why. So this is my studio pink. Got this recipe from glazy.org, then dipped in my studio white, and then a band of Mako Flux on it. And this has the 4 finger dimples all the way around, which is nice because you can kind of hold on to it this way as well as by the handle. So those are really popular. People like those. So I'll show you all the pinks. This one is a pink swirly mug, exact same glaze application. And this is just kind of a standard mug shape, same thing. Excuse me for going out of frame here, trying to make some room to put the pottery. So this one is my studio mauve with white on the top, my studio white, and then Mako Flux. So you get a little bit of running there. It's pretty. So summertime, of course, all these colors, these fresh colors, people really like them. So the mauve again. And this time the glaze was a little wet when I put it in the kiln. So what I did was, before I actually started running my program, I did a preheat, which is usually what you do ahead of a bisque if you want to make sure it's really dry. So I just ran a preheat till it got up to about 200. So that made it go very slowly up to 200 to just dry out all my glazes because I wanted to run the kiln. And it turned out really well. So the preheat worked. I didn't get any crawling so far because these are colors that typically, if I rush it, I'll get crawling. Okay, this one is eggplant, which is Mako, with a single coat of blue hydrangea, just kind of 3/4 of the way down, and then a little lip of Mako Flux on the rim with white inside. So if I continue to use the eggplant, which I love, I think it's a really pretty glaze, I'll probably get dipping because I find you really got to paint on a lot. I don't know how you painters who just do all painting have the patience. It drives me crazy sometimes. Anyway, exact same, except this one has the finger dimples in the side again. So those turned out really nice. Okay, this one is my Pike's Purple Studio Glaze from John Britt's book. Then a coat of my Jen's Juicy, and you get this really cool blue lava effect. Isn't that pretty? I really like that. And I hadn't used that in a while. I was trying to remember if I ever did it with the slow cool cycle because I was getting some blistering when I did that before. Like I'd get like one little blister in the blue area. So I think this slow cool is really helping, that Camille Hoffman schedule. And I think I've posted that in the description of one of my other videos, but you can just Google it, Camille Hoffman slow cool schedule. And it basically drops a slow cool so that the glazes have time to heal. If the temperature drops too quickly in the kiln and there's bubbles in the glaze, then they don't have time to heal over. Happens a lot with celadons. These are little wine cups, I call them, and they have finger dimples. And this is my Val's turquoise on the bottom, Studio White on the top, then Mako Flux, then a little band of frosted lemon. So it's just a little hint of yellow shining through there, which I think is quite pretty. So that's those. Let's see what else. This is probably one of my most popular summer glaze combos. So it is, so I do winterwood about 3/4 of the way up, so alabaster, then winterwood, and then I do Norse blue, slightly overlapping the winterwood. Then I do a band of flux over where the Norse blue is overlapping the winterwood, and it gives you this really pretty beachy effect. So these are, once again, the finger dimple wine cups. They're really pretty, like those. There we go. These will sell very, very, very quickly. People love them in the summertime. So they're all pretty similar. Okay, on to the next shelf. Oh, okay, let's see. Here is another one of those purple and blue mugs. So purple all the way to the top, and then Jen's Juicy about 1/4 of the way down. Jen's Juicy is really cool if you use it, and I don't think it's a lot of ingredients. And if you put it on black glaze, it turns a really beautiful copper color. So, and you can do lots of fun things with Jen's Juicy. I've only really started to experiment with all the things you can do with it. Here's a bowl with the Temuku Gold. This turned out a little better. I still think I might be going a bit thin on my Temukus because I'm getting this browny purple color. So I'll have to be a little more aware of that. This is just another one of these mauve, white, flux. Simple, simple, simple. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh, it crawled. Darn. Okay, so this bowl, kind of like a platter bowl, is exact same as the cups. So it's winterwood this way, Norse blue this way, and then a band of flux. But I obviously went a little heavy, so I got some crawling. You can see that. So I'm just going to dab some more blue and winterwood on that and refire, and I think that'll fix it probably. As you all know, refiring pieces like this that are quite large is a pain because it takes a lot of room in your kiln. But yeah, it needs a refiring because that's a pretty bowl. This is just another little turquoise with the white and the yellow, exact same glaze application. And Val's turquoise, you can find that all over the internet. And this is just a little tray with Val's turquoise, my Studio White, and Mako frosted lemon. Be really pretty with Norse blue here too, I think. Okay, on to the next shelf. All right, guys, last shelf. I'm excited and nervous to look in this shelf because I made teapots for the very first time. And then you got to test the pouring, which I'll have to do later if they turned out. So far so good. Just little teapots. And I fired the lid on stilts. And then here's the teapot in that winterwood and Norse blue. I got a little bit of drippage here, but I think I can clean that up. And then there's the little lid, the little flower on the top. So the flower, I just did a little bit of blue underglaze in the swirl wiped it back, and then dipped the flour in alabaster so it would match the lower part of the teapot. I think that turned out pretty cute, except for the drips, which hopefully we can clean up a little bit. And then you have to do the pour test, right, to make sure that it pours okay. And here's the other one. So I did 2 teapots. Oh, the lid fits. So here's this one. So same Val's turquoise, studio white, a little bit of flux, and a little bit of frosted lemon. And then just to pick up the yellow, I did the flower in it was an underglaze. It was a Duncan Concepts, which are shiny underglazes, kind of like stroke and coats. It was just butternut or something. It was an older yellow that I had kicking around, so I thought I would use it. Okay. Those didn't drip, that's good. Oh, that one dripped a little. So these are just nice little mugs with the Norse blue, the winter wood, and the flux. So very kind of soft and beachy, and I got a little drippage here that I'll have to try to clean up, but not too bad. I think it'll be okay. So I also did 2 of these. So this is white inside, winter wood all over the outside, then a single coat of fairy rose, which is a very strong pink, and then a single coat of Mako flux over that. And you get that really pretty pink. That's that one. So I made some cups to match my teapot. So I try to mimic the shape of the teapot with the cups. So those are nice. So I've already explained how I've done the glaze. I didn't differ how I did the glaze on any of these. It was the same for all of them. One. Nothing too earth-shattering there. Oh yeah, 2 more. These are the last 2 that match the turquoise and yellow teapot. And I had made some little cream and sugars in the same glazes, so I think that'll look really nice. And then the last 2 to come out are these. So this is white inside, Mako eggplant about 3/4 of the way up, shipwreck just meeting it, probably 2 coats. I also have the base glaze for shipwreck, and I'm forgetting what it's called. Might be peacock or tourmaline or something like that. So I used a bit of the base glaze first and then put the shipwreck over it, and then I put just a lip of Mako flux at the top. So that's really pretty. Those turned out really nice. Yeah. So that's it. I won't be opening kilns for a while, probably. But next time I do have something to show you, I'll pop on. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.